Hi friends, welcome back to the Moss Mirth channel. For those of you that are new here, my name's Stephanie and I do macrame and DIY videos as often as I can. Today we will be making this beautiful macrame vine leaf inspired wall hanging. This macrame project only uses 2 different types of knots, so it's very simple and it will probably take you around an hour to complete, so not super time consuming for a macrame project. Well, let's go ahead and cover the supplies needed. Maybe grab yourself a hot drink and let's get started. First, you will need 135 feet of twisted cotton cord. I'm using 4.5 millimeter, but you could use something thinner. I probably wouldn't recommend anything thicker than 4.5 millimeter though. I purchased my cotton cord at Hobby Lobby for $5.99. You may also want a small piece of twine to hang your macrame wall hanging. You will also need your scissors, a measuring tape or a ruler, and you'll need a piece of wood for your rope. I'm using a 12-inch piece of 1/4-inch dowel rod that I purchased at Home Depot for around $2. And lastly, you may want some clamps or something to use to secure your macrame piece as you work on it. To begin, you'll need to measure and cut 17 pieces of rope at 7 feet each. Once you have those pieces cut, you'll need to cut one final piece at 16 feet. I had a little bit of rope left on my spool, so I went ahead and used just the remaining rope. Now, taking your longer piece of rope, the 16-foot piece, you'll attach that to your dowel rod using a lark's head knot. I find it easier to do my lark's head knots backwards, which is actually considered a cow hitch, and then flip the piece over once I have all my rope looped on. Once you've attached all your ropes using the lark's head knot, go ahead and flip it over if you need to so that the lark's head knot is facing the front. And if you've done yours like mine, this is actually going to put your long piece on the right hand side, but we want that to be on the left because we're going to start our vine on the left side. So you can go ahead and just remove that rope only and slide it on the left hand side. Okay, now you may want to go ahead and secure your dowel rod using some clamps or something else to secure it so that it's not sliding around on you. Now make sure all of your knots are nice and snug against the dowel rod and spaced evenly, and that you have your ropes all smoothed out so that you don't accidentally tie the wrong rope as we get started. I find that this is just a good practice to make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. Next, we will begin making our very first leaf, starting with the 12th strand of rope. You will create your leaf using a double half hitch. Do this by taking your 12th strand of rope, which we're going to call your lead cord. Taking your lead cord across the piece, you'll begin making your double half hitch knots using the next rope in sequence. To do a double half hitch knot, you'll take your rope under your lead cord and then over your lead cord, and then you'll pull the cord through the loop that you've created. It's kind of hard to explain with words, but hopefully you'll get a feel for it from the video. And since this is the double half hitch, you'll need to recreate that knot one more time per every strand that you do. So 2 knots per strand. Continue to create the left side of your leaf by using your lead cord as your guide and continuing to create double half hitch knots. You'll want to use at least 5 or 6 strands per each side of your leaf. I think that gives the fullest effect. Now, once you've created the left side of your leaf, you're going to go back and create the right side of your leaf. Do that by taking the cord just to the right of the first lead cord that we used. This is going to be your new lead cord. Now you're going to continue to make double half hitch knots along that new lead cord on the right side of your leaf. One tip that I found is that on your very first knot that you're creating for that second side of the leaf is to only do a single half hitch instead of a double half hitch. I think that makes it look a little more aesthetically pleasing. Also remember to really utilize that lead cord and pull it the appropriate direction that you need your knots to go, because that can really help you create the appropriate shape that you're going for. Once you have the right side of your leaf done and is curved all the way down to the base of your leaf, you'll take one of the lead cords that you started with, it really doesn't matter which one, and you'll do one more double half hitch knot, completing the leaf using your lead cord. Now that you have your first leaf done, you have a few more to go. So pick a spot further down the dowel rod to create your next leaf. There's really not an exact science to this, just follow your own pattern and create as you go. After you have a few leaves made, you can go ahead and start creating your vine. Using your second strand of cord as your lead cord, you'll go ahead and continue making double half hitch knots, creating your vine. Be sure that your lead cord is guiding you to the direction of the leaves so that you can simply loop in the leaves so that they're touching your vine as you approach them. Okay, now you have your first vine complete. In my wall hanging, I decided to do 2 vines coming down from that upper left-hand corner. So to do this, I took the very first cord on the left-hand side and did a second vine using that cord as the lead cord to create my half-hitch knots. As you make your way down the piece, continue to add leaves as you need to, remembering that you want to start from the top and work your way down. Alright, and once you're finished up with your leaf and vine design, you can go ahead and trim up the bottoms of your cord. I decided to do it in kind of a wavy, mismatched manner because I like the way it looks. It kind of gives a bohemian feel, and I also like to fray just the ends of my rope to give it a little fringe effect. Our last step is to use some twine or some additional rope to create a loop at the top of our dowel rod so that we can hang the piece. I do this by cutting a piece of twine 2 times the length of my dowel rod and then just tying the ends on the ends of my dowel rod. And there you have it. You have a beautiful new macrame wall hanging to spice up any of your spaces. I think this is such a fun and great project that gives you a little bit of flexibility on your design. I think every piece would come out pretty unique, and it's also really inexpensive. I think it's probably $7 or $8 worth of material at the most. I've come to really love macrame, and it's almost therapeutic for me in a way. There's something about sitting and tying knots and the repetition of it that just gives me a little bit of a mental escape. It gets me out of my head, and who doesn't need that? Let me know in the comments below what your favorite aspect of macrame is. I'm curious to see what draws you into it. Keeping in the macrame theme, you'll probably see a lot more macrame videos coming. You guys seem to really love the macrame pocket video, which I'll link above for you. But that video got such a great response, and I can't thank you enough for the encouragement and the comments and the feedback that you've given me. So thank you for watching and sharing. I hope that you'll like, share, and subscribe on this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. One more thing, I have a big announcement. I am so excited to let you guys know that I am officially opening my Etsy shop in August. So I'll be doing a video all about the Etsy shop, but this has been a dream in the works for a long time now. For about a year, well, a little bit before I started this channel, I've really just been exploring my creativity and kind of finding what really appeals to me and what I love, and macrame has really come to be a big source of joy for me, and so it's something that I want to pursue a little bit, but I hope you'll check out the Etsy shop when it comes, and I'll be announcing more on Instagram and back here on YouTube, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, I think that's all. Bye for now. See you next time. Can you say hi to the camera? Say hi, look. Oh, sweet baby. Alright, you can go back to sleep now. It's kind of hard to explain with words, but hopefully in the vehicle you'll get a grasp of it. In the what? Vehicle.